Hi guys, good morning. So yesterday we discussed about what is the course content, right? So today now we will concentrate on next step. So first we will see what is the history of the Android. So how this history has started, we will see now. History of Android. Who invented and what are the things are involved, that we will see now here. So the history of the Android is very simple. So that is like so this is Android has invented by Andre Rubin. So this was invented by Andre Rubin. In this R&D has started on 2003. So 2003 this R&D has started. So Andre Rubin has invented this. But why he started this R&D? So the Andre Rubin was a Java developer. So on those days, he was a Java developer. So one day he went to the shop to buy digital camera. So one day he went to buy a digital camera. So what happened that day? He seen the price of the digital camera and is surprised because that is a very huge price compared to normal camera. Then he compared both digital camera and normal camera. He identified what is the difference between the both. Then he concluded one point, that is there is only the software difference between those two. Finally he concluded that. Then so at last he bought that camera, but he decided to create a one software for digital camera. Why can't you create a software for digital camera? Create a software for digital camera. So here is the R&D has started. So Andre Rubin has started R&D on to create platform for the digital camera, means create a one software for digital camera, but finally it went in different ways. So that R&D is not possible with a single person, right? So 3 members of his friends also joined with him. Then once they joined, so they started R&D and they started one company called Android Inc. The company name called Android Inc. So they started company name called Android Inc. and they started the R&D on this, right? So then by 2005, means in the gap of 2 years, so they got one simple solution for the digital camera. And also not only the digital camera, they thought if we go in this path, we can create a software for the mobile apps as well. That too, that is as a development environment, operating system, So like that we can create, means they got a solution, means if you go in this way we will get the solution, like that they get to know that. Then they decided to do that level, but here is the main problem occurred. So they structured with the funds. They don't have any funds because they all are spending their full time on this R&D. So they are not doing any jobs. So if they are not doing any jobs, obviously they structured with the funds, right? Because they don't have any other income source. So they structured with the funds. Then they decided to approach the different organizations to invest on the R&D. So they approached to many companies. Finally, the Google has accepted their request, and Google invested something on this company on 2007. Means Google acquired Android in 2007, right? Once this Google has acquired here, so then while acquiring the Google, so they released some of the terms and conditions. So the terms and conditions and the feature plans, like terms and conditions are in between these financials and all, that is in between that company and these people. But the feature plans, so the feature plans are like we are going to launch a new software for the mobile platform, like that is as a operating system. As a operating system means feature plans are mobile platform that is as an operating system, and that is as a open source. So these are the also development environment. So these four are the challenges which they have already they planned according to like this. First they asked to release mobile platform, then they work on the operating system. Anyhow it is open source because these people are following the standards of OHA. So the OHA is nothing but it's a open handset aliens. So this is the community. OHA is the community. So which software has built under OHA, they must release that application as an open source for the lifetime. So this is also worked under OHA, Open Handset Aliens. So this also came as a open source. And also the next challenge they said that is a development environment. So they'll do development environment. So that is the next challenge. So then once the Google has invested in 2017, again the R&D has started. So this R&D has started, right? So then by 2008, in a 2008 with HTC, those days we have HTC device, maybe you know or not, but HTC mobiles are available in the market. So through HTC these people has released the first Android phone in the market. First Android phone in the market through HTC, it is released. But even if it is released in a market, also other manufacturers are not showing any interest on this platform. Why? Because in a 2008, whatever they released, that is similar as a other mobile application. So there is no major difference between the other application and this. Because it's also, it is not an operating system, it is just as a basic application. Then why other manufacturers has not came means already they are using the stabilized application develop applications, but this is not a stabilized. That time it is released only in the market, so they're supposed to they're not supposed to come into this environment because it's not a stable version. But still they not started, they not stopped R&D, and by 2009 again one more version has released with HTC, that is Android as a operating system. So now this is released as an operating system in 2009 again with HTC only. So even though if it is released as a HTC also, people are not showing any interest on this platform. Why? Because it is operating system, but no softwares, means no applications are available to install on this mobiles. So there is no softwares as not available to install on this. So that's the reason again they continued R&D. So by 2009 and they released the Play Store. So the Play Store has released. So whatever you are using now, the Play Store. So the Play Store has released. So after this Play Store, by end of the 2010, they succeeded with the development environment. So once this development environment has released in the market, then the one by one manufacturers has shown interest on this, and it became very huge in the market in the gap of, means in between of 3 to 4 years, because the day by day these people are giving the features, right? So day by day releasing the many features. So because of those many features, this became huge in a market in the gap, means every quarterly or every 6 months they are releasing the many features to this Android. So that's the reason it became huge in a market. In a very simple way, it became huge in a market. So this is about the history and how this became an open source, right? Now we will concentrate on generalized features. So what is the generalized features of this? So the generalized features is like, it is first of all, it is open source. So Android is an open source, right? That we know. So what is the advantage of this open source? So this is an open source framework. So Android is an open source and it is a part of the open handset alliance. Just now I told, right? So the most of the leading handset manufacturers in the world have Android phones nowadays. Means the majority of the market is occupied by this. And it is very simple even for the end user to use mobile. It is user friendly, or development for the developers also. It is very simple. And availability, so like in a Play Store there are major, like many are available, like for example, like application wise, if you go application wise, there are in crores of applications are available, that too that is free of cost. Those all the application as available, right? That is one more benefit. Next is the inbuilt, so inbuilt support for the Flash, so it can support for the Splash. Next is the social networking, so easily we can use the all social networking applications, social networking apps. So social networking apps. Next is the integrated applications, like share. You want to share something, you can share and open camera through application, like that you can use easily this. And free customizations, if you want to customize as a developer, if you want to customize, you can customize with very simple, or as a manufacturer if you want to customize operating system, that also you can do easily. Then next is the better notification, so better notification system, like emails, other notifications, updates, everything you can get easily. Then regularly it is updated UI, so always as a user you will get an updated UI every time. And next is the, it can support different resolutions, means simply I can say as all resolutions. So all resolutions, it can support for all resolutions, like nowadays it is supporting for watch to TV, means small resolution to high resolution, it will use this. Next is the multi-touch. So multi-touch, like in a mobile, that is a multi-touch interface, and it can support Java. So all the Java related features it can support, and it can support the Kotlin. So all the Kotlin related features it can support, means for the developers both languages are the robust. We can create the robust applications to use these two languages. Either you can use Java or Kotlin. Also we can create a robust application we can create. And it can support the multi-language, right? It can support the multi-language. In our mobile we can use multi-languages, right? So that is this. And at the same time you can perform multitask, so multiple tasks at a time we can do that. So that is also very important here, this. So these all are the very basic. Apart from this there is some more, like storage. So what is the storage? So here we have like for example you can see WhatsApp, Facebook, Gmail. So these applications, even in my phone, if net is not there also, I can open these applications and I can able to access the data up to certain level, right? Even I can comment, or I can send SMS, means I can type and I can click on a send, but that can store locally until networks connects. Once that network has connected, then it can send to the other people. Like that means here for this we will use one database, that is SQLite. This SQLite database is very important. It is a modified version for the SQL for the low memory devices. So it is very simple. The next comes to connectivity. So this connectivity is also very important. Like it can support for all type of networks like GSM, CDMA, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, 3G, 4G, like this. It can support for everything like this is. Next is the message. Like using this, we can do all kind of messages, basic SMS or the MMS, like multimedia, like in WhatsApp. Nowadays we are sending all the things, right? Like we are sending the MMS means videos, audios, files. So those all are we are sending. That is possible in Android only, right? So that is the reason it's a messaging. It can support for this. And multi-language. I think already we discussed. Next is the web browser. So it can support for all types of browsers. Like as a user, as a user, you can install any type of the browser. Even if as a developer, if you want to develop a browser, so easily you can develop the browser using predefined library called WebKit. So if using this WebKit as a developer, easily you can create a browser. And so this is the, it support Java and Kotlin, right? Because of that, both languages are the platform independence. Means you can develop your applications in Windows, Linux, Mac, or any other platform. You can develop anywhere that. So that is here. It is a very simple. We can do that. And the next is the media support. So what is this media support? This media support is nothing but like it can support all types of medias, like audio, all type of audio, all type of video, everything it can support, like MP3, MP4, JPEG, everything it can support. So that is a one advantage with this technology, right? The next is the streaming. Next is the streaming. So what is the streaming? Like live streaming. So we can able to see the live news channels, live TV in our phones, right? So that it can support for the live streaming as well. Next is the like multi-touch. Okay, multi-touch has became. Next is the Bluetooth. So it can support for the Bluetooth. Like not only this Bluetooth means you can't think like it is a basic thing. So using this Bluetooth nowadays we are connecting with IoT devices. So that is very important. So that it can support this. Next is the video calling. So there is a difference between live streaming and this. Live streaming means it is one peer to multiple people. Video calling means peer to peer, it is, right? Person to person video call will work, but live streaming means one host and multiple people views, that will be, so it can support for the both. Then next, like here, external storage. So in a iOS we don't have any external storage, but here we can use external storage as well. Like You can use internal as well as you can insert the SD card, and you can do the you can use the external card also. So that is one more advantage here, right? And these all are the very straightforward features related to Android. But apart from this, is there any other features that there means like many features it has? Those features are specific to version. So like version wise, there are many features are there, but those we will see later as a version wise. But now I supposed to see the Android versions. What are the versions are there in Android? So Android has many versions. So we'll start with the basic. Like I'll start with the basic. That is a cupcake. Cupcake is the first. Then next is the donut. Next is the eclair. So cupcake, donut, eclair, froyo, gingerbread, honeycomb, ice cream sandwich. After this ice cream sandwich, next is the jelly beans. Next, after jelly beans, Kit Kat, lollipop. Next, marshmallow. Next, nugget. Next, Oreo. So by Q R. These are the things. Next, S version is in next level. That is S version will come soon. So that is Android version 14. So these all are the versions here. So there are total around 16-17 versions are there. So here each version has some of the features and some of the drawbacks it has. So now we will see each version wise features and drawbacks in our next session. Like it will take 2 to 3 days of this each version. We will take this backup of this. So as of now, have any questions or it is clear? Praveen? Subhareddy? You have clear or any questions? Even if you are unable to talk, just you can send me on WhatsApp or send me on chat also, it's fine. Okay. So then the next features, version wise features, we will continue from Monday because maybe some people will join. So tomorrow we don't have session. So directly we will connect on Monday. Okay. Thank you.